Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Hello and welcome everybody. I'm a Foodservice Summit first-timer and I'm very glad to be here in Zurich. I have had the opportunity to meet many amazing people. I have learned a lot of all the conversations and speeches, and I've been having a wonderful time. Thank you. And I'm quite honored to be here on stage in front of a group of distinguished food service professionals, because I'm just a simple supermarket guy. And the contribution of supermarkets in Austria is quite simple, but perhaps underestimated. Let's have a closer look. What I would like to talk to you about today is the changing role of supermarkets, about grocery stores as an attractive and growing alternative to the quick service restaurants, and how food service and in-store eating drive customer frequency and loyalty. And I'm specifically talking about the Austrian market, which is a very interesting market. It's a small market, but it's a very competitive market. About 80% of the market share are in the hand of three companies, Rewe Group, Spar and Hofer. I'm very glad to work for the number one. And it's a market with one of the highest supermarket densities worldwide. We have one store per 2,800 people. And it's also very competitive because we also have one of the highest promotion ratios worldwide. And it's a market which is very regulated concerning store hours and store sizes. There are big differences between grocery stores in different markets, especially concerning food service. We have the United States. There are the United States frontrunners, Wegmans, Whole Foods, Fresh Market, and several other amazing stores which are really on eye level with quick service restaurants. And even Walmart launched their food service private level market site. An interesting thing happened on our family holiday in the United States 2 weeks ago. We were on the road and we were hungry, and so we checked the internet for restaurant recommendation in the vicinity. And I couldn't believe my eyes when Wegmans Market Cafe showed up as the number one recommendation out of 280 restaurants. In England, of course, a long tradition, Marks & Spencer, Waitrose are doing a great job on food service. In the Netherlands, Albert Heijn, Jumbo doing a great job on food service. Here in Switzerland, Coop and Migros running excellent restaurant operations. And my colleagues at Rewe Group in Germany are launching innovative food service concepts like Rewe to go, Temma, Made by Rewe, and this week they're going to open the very first ONG store in Berlin. Within Europe, eating and cooking habits are very regional, and so are the supermarkets. What we've been observing is a change in the behavior of the people concerning their eating and cooking habits. Home meal replacement, food service has been growing steadily over the last decades, and the pace and intensity of this movement is different in the United States, England, Western and Eastern Europe, and it's also different in urban and rural areas. You all know the drivers. It's a lack of time, double income, young people don't learn how to cook, and the growing availability of food service in general. Last year, the expenditure for home meal replacement food service in Austria was about 2,200 euros per family. And this change in the consumer behavior led to a changing role of supermarkets, from just distributing and selling staple food and ingredients more to like servicing customers with fresh produce, meat, in-store bakeries, and a wide range of ready-to-heat or cook meals and ready-to-eat products. The changing role of supermarkets also lead to a concept development. Today's food service share of revenues of Austrian supermarkets is about 15% and will grow steadily. And this has led to a concept development of grocery stores from just a point of sale to more like a point of production. That means creating value in store. And even discount stores like Lidl have started in-store bakeries. Also Hofer, which is the Austrian subsidiary of Aldi, has started the rollout of in-store bakeries in all stores this year, and this should be completed next year. This is the very first time that discount stores have turned their stores to a point of production. A point of production and value creating. Good luck to them. The total Austrian food and beverage market is about 26 billion euros. 17.7 billion for supermarkets and 8.5 billion for food service businesses. That's when we look and take a look at this divided by industry. But when we take a closer look how consumers use food and beverage which they purchased in retail stores, then it turns out that almost 15% or 2.7 billion euros of the retail portion is actual food service sales in Austria. These data were collected from market research companies and our database. But then we performed a more enhanced analysis by screening our database and identifying 3,800 products which are clearly ready to eat, drink, and snack, and calculated the percentage of food service usage by tracking single shopper baskets, which was a very complex procedure. But it turned out that the food service share of Biller's revenues is about 17%, and that makes a chunk close to 600 million euros. And now I would like to talk about Biller, but if I start to talking about Biller in general and really get into it, that might take too long. So therefore, here are 180 seconds of Biller for a first impression. Billa is present on the market in Austria with different concepts in order to approach our customers in their unique life situations. Our core business is running our 1,050 supermarkets. Each store has an average of 600 square meters sales space and offers about 8,500 products. With a new store concept launched 3 years ago, which puts more focus than before on fresh products like the daily counter or fresh fruits and vegetables, as well as convenience and food service products. We already have about 350 stores with this new store concept. They were opened or refurbished within the last 3 years, which was an investment close to 500 million euros. Next, we have the Billa Corso, our gourmet markets. We have about 5 Billa Corso gourmet markets, with one being our flagship store in the heart of Vienna, which we opened in 2010. We have developed 4 more stores in different cities in Austria, all of them high street locations. The stores offer the standard Billa assortment, plus a variety of gourmet food with focus on daily fresh produce, fresh fish, wine, champagne, spirits, spices, and gourmet food in general. Our flagship store, Herrnhutterhaus, we have in there a very special cooperation with Attila Dogodan and Don Co. They operate their concept Henry store in store. The first Henry shop was in our flagship store, and it was so successful that they opened additional Henry stores in Vienna and even gone international. It's a very successful operation with nearly 1,000 guests daily and amazing revenues with just 50 square meters. The driver is a delicious, exotic, cross-cuisine hot meal bar. Now we come to our convenience stores, Billa Box, with 5 locations in Austria. The stores are no larger than 120 square meters and focus on food service. To be honest, it's a challenge to operate them profitably, even when choosing the best and high-frequent locations. Due to the high supermarket density in Austria, which is 1 per 2,000 people, just as I said before, there's always another store around the corner with a larger and better priced food service assortment. What are the important pillars of Billa's food service activities? Well, on one hand, there's the serviced daily counter, where we service our customers with made-to-order cold and hot snacks, with an in-store bakery, where we bake delicious bread, rolls, buns, and pastries. Then, freshly in-store prepared sandwiches, snacks, salads, cut fruits, and desserts, a wide range of chilled desserts and drinks, as well as hundreds of sweet and savory snacks. All of this ready to eat, drink, snack right after leaving the store or at in-store seating facilities. Last but not least, they're ready to heat and ready to cook chilled, frozen, and canned meals and components which are easy to handle, providing home meal replacement alternatives. The daily counter, the heartbeat of Billa's food service activities, including our in-store bakery, the hot daily counter, and made-to-order and ready-made sandwiches, rolls, and buns. And it is overall a place where our people communicate with our customers, which is very, very important in a self-service environment. The signature Austrian snack, the Wurstsemmel, made to order or ready-made, which is a roll stuffed with different kinds of thin sliced sausage. It's the classic Austrian snack, or can be upgraded to a lunch by eating 2 or 3 or having one stuffed very well. But Wurstsemmel also became a synonym, even when we use not a roll, but a bun or a biscuit or panini and other stuffings than sausage. The main business is the made-to-order one. It's your choice out of 30 different buns and rolls, 60 to 80 different kinds of ham, sausage, and cheese, add butter or another spread, pickles, peppers, or other topics. And we're ready for all special requests. The variety is almost endless. Enjoy. But in order to keep the line short at the deli counter at the lunchtime, we also have a variety of ready-made ones, freshly prepared in store, and high-frequency stores offer about 30 to 40 different types. The iconic ones, hot and cold. On the left side, the famous Leberkäse, which is a rolled, baked in-store to perfection, stuffed with hot Leberkäse, which is a fine minced baked meatloaf. The classic hearty snack is the simple version. You take a finger-thick slice from the hot loaf, put it in the roll, and top it with mustard. That's it. And in the last years, it turned out the best-selling one is with already minced cheese in the loaf. And some people top it with pickles, peppers, ketchup, or mayo. And on the right-hand side, see the famous Extrawurstzimmer, which is a rolled stuff, which is a roll baked to perfection in-store, stuffed with thin, sliced kind of bologna sausage, just add pickles. Very good. 40 millions, that's 5 per every single Austrians served per year. In the hot daily counter, which is the hearty lunch, we offer beside the Leberkäse different roasts, schnitzel, meat patties, roast sausages, roast and fried chicken, and other hot meals with sides. This business is almost about 50 million euros per year and growing by 5%. The in-store bakery is one of Biller's core activities, with a market share in Austria of about 24.1% in this segment, and it's still growing, which is outstanding because the discount stores, Lidl and Hofer, are putting a lot of emphasis in expanding their in-store bakery activities. The bakery stacks stand for almost 10% of our bakery revenues. As a bakery snack, we consider the buns enriched with cheese, ham, bacon, and other toppings, and then baked to perfection in-store. We also offer the healthy alternative, which are the salads freshly prepared in-store. We offer them in about 700 stores, and we're going to sell about 900,000 portions this year. The growth rate is 44%, so it seems our customers are becoming more health conscious. These are projects which we launched and which are growing in popularity: coffee to go and hot meal bars. We sell about 40,000 coffees per month in just 80 stores, and the coffee business is growing by 35%. And the coffee comes perfectly to our freshly baked pastries. Next, we are planning to have the coffee station in our 150 most frequented stores. The hot meal bar is a very new project at Biller, and only in 8 stores. And we still have a lot to develop, to learn, and to optimize, but we will add some more stores by the end of the year. Of course, there's also a growing number of fresh food service products prepared in central units and delivered to the store. More and more suppliers are focusing on food service and working on attractive packaging and presentation of these ready-made snacks, from sandwiches to salads to cut fruits, are growing in popularity and help to save labor costs in the stores. But there's the quality issue. And since our competitors also package their products nicely, it doesn't make us unique. It's only more of the same. And that's why we further insist on producing fresh in store. It guarantees perfect freshness and quality, and it can't be copied easily. Chilled drinks are an important food service category too. The single can of Red Bull, for example, and our private label energy drink are beneath the top 10 sellers of Biller Universe. We are also innovating this category with all kinds of smoothies, some of them freshly prepared in stores, and also started the project with fresh produced smoothies delivered to the stores with a shelf life of 36 hours. Here are the sales of 2 core parts of our food service business: the hot daily and ready-made sandwiches. Even 2014, which is a very challenging year and will be, by the end of the year, a zero growth on the food and beverage market in Austria, food service in our stores will grow by almost 5%. Well, when it comes to lunchtime in Vienna, between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., and everybody's on the way to grab their lunch, it's all about time. On average, 30 minutes for the whole procedure. From work to lunch and back is the time budget. So the first thing is, when it comes to decision for a customer where to go to have the lunch, you have to be close. And we are. With 260 stores, we are 6 times closer to the people in Vienna than McDonald's is. Then the in-store process. Getting your food and drinks and checkout has to be streamlined. Quick service restaurants are fast, but supermarkets, due to self-service possibilities, can be faster. In case of selection and choice, a supermarket has an advantage because we have almost 4,000 food service products in stock to meet the taste of almost everyone. Price is a clear advantage of supermarkets. Service and the overall experience, including atmosphere and offering a place to enjoy your lunch, are clear advantages to quick service restaurants. And that led us to this topic. 3 years ago, we started to put tables and chairs in some of our new and refurbished stores. Now we have about 150 stores equipped with room for at least 8 to 10 guests, and people really do enjoy having their meal or snack and beverage right in the store. What are the operational challenges shaping the food service business in supermarkets? Well, first, it's all about people. We believe in the service value chain. Only satisfied and loyal employees will perform to get satisfied and loyal customers. And that is what we need to increase revenues and profit. So our 18,000 people are our most valuable resource and at the same time our biggest expense factor besides cost of goods. Especially in rough times, it's hard to keep them trained and motivated while having personnel costs under control. Products. The food service products in the supermarket are for the most part mainstream rather than trend-setting. The first challenge concerning products freshly prepared in store is to make sure your food service products have the same quality at all time and in all 1,000 stores. The second challenge is to customize the production and the sales process for a grocery store. You have to put it in the framework of a grocery store. And that leads to the processes. Process management is becoming a more important topic. Only clear and perfect processes will lead to quality and efficiency, and furthermore, to a cost-benefit ratio that is optimized to the maximum. And an optimized cost-benefit ratio is essential for survival in the low-margin grocery retail business dealing with food service. Why are we doing all this? Why should a supermarket worry about food service? Because it counts. The figures I'm going to show you right now are amazing. This is a very exclusive insight to our loyalty club database. Billa has a very fine and well-established customer loyalty club. It's state-of-the-art and surely one of the best in Europe. We've done a very good job during the last years, and now we have a very powerful and marketing and customer loyalty tool. There are 4.1 million people in the club, almost half of Austrian population. More than 3.1 million shop at Billa at least twice a year, and those are mentioned as loyalty club customers in the chart. Furthermore, we have selected the top 80% of them to show you how they perform. The next cluster, our frequent shoppers, are 235,000 food service low user. They shop regularly, at least one time per month, in convenience focus categories. And these are the hot daily counter, ready-made sandwiches, bakery snacks, and freshly prepared salads and fruits. And then we have about 200,000 food service heavy user. They shop constantly, at least twice a month, in convenience focus categories. And as you see, the average loyalty club customer shops 46 times a year at Billa, and the food service heavy user more than twice that often. They visit us 180 times a year. And do they shop only food service focus categories? No. Food service heavy user spend over 140% more per year than a regularly frequent shopper. And more importantly, the food service heavy users, our guests, deliver 160% more gross margin than a regular frequent shopper. And that is what really counts. And that is why we are going to focus on shaping our food service business within the next 20 months, including the launch of a new food service private label and a service offensive. We are going to train all 8,000 team members who are involved in food service at the daily counter about the core points, how we should treat our customers, guests, and how each individual can contribute to a successful food service business at Billa. And as the Indian yogis say, energy will follow the focus. And when we focus on food service, and 18,000 people have a lot of energy to develop something amazing. Food service at Billa, the best is yet to come. Thank you.
Robert, that was fabulous.